Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning into today's video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're not, welcome back. I am so happy to have you for another tutorial. So today I'll be showing you guys how to achieve 36-inch knotless faux locks. I know you're probably thinking, can faux locks be knotless? Well, whether they can or they can't, I'll be showing you guys how to get the most sleek look when applying your faux locks at home. Alright, so the first step is to take care of our natural hair. So what I did was I blow dried my hair and I braided it down into mini braids. I used Blue Magic Indian Hemp because of the benefits that hair grease has on natural hair. I wanted to use a product that was nice and thick, gonna hold in hydration, and also keep my hair protected in my protective style. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I would definitely say to take this style day by day. Choose one day to part and braid down your hair, and then give yourself at least 2 days to add your crochet locks and wrap them down. Unless you're a fast worker, then you. But if you're not a professional or you don't do your hair on the regular, definitely give yourself some days to get this style done. I actually ended up parting and braiding the front of my hair too small. So once I actually got to the top, I had to undo like the middle 4 rows and combine them because they were just too tiny and the tension was too much for my hair to hold up the locks and the wrapping hair. So just be mindful of your parts. They don't have to be super tiny for you to get that look, that nice full look. Alright, and I finished braiding. Honestly, I can't even tell you guys how many braids this is. I was not going to sit there and count all these mini braids. I'm sorry. But I kind of just parted to what looked right for my head shape and went with that. When I decided to do these locks, I tapped into YouTube University myself. I got this method from Styled by PK on YouTube, and I also used the same exact hair that she used on her client as well. So all of that will be in the description, and I will also tag her video down below. So you guys saw the crochet locks, and this is the hair that's used to wrap the locks, okay? So 2 different things you're going to have to get, the crochet locks and then the hair to wrap it. So these locks are extended. They're actually 18 inches, but I combined 2 18-inch locks to get the 36-inch locks. So I'm going to walk you through that process right now. So first you want to crochet away from the root. So you want to crochet just a little bit down the braid. That way the root looks as seamless and knotless as possible. This is how you get the knotless look, by making sure the knot is just a little bit lower. And then once you wrap the hair, you hide the knot in the wrap. Now I'm using the wrap hair. As you guys can see, I'm wrapping it around the root a few times just to make sure it's like tight and in place. You don't want it to be too tight, but you also don't want it to slip out. So make sure it has some hold, but don't do it to the point where there's too much tension. And then you just start wrapping down the braid and wrapping the braid and the crochet lock together. I think the worst part about doing this style yourself, so for me personally, I think the worst part about doing this style yourself is the wrapping process. Braiding your hair is easy, crocheting in the locks is easy, but it's the wrapping that genuinely takes up so much time, you guys. So if you're a fast wrapper, kudos to you, but this wrapping was just not, I was not having fun. Alright, so once your wrapping hair starts to run out, what you're going to do is just split it and braid it onto the end of your lock. Super simple, super easy. You can even do a little palm roll if you want a little extra hold. Make sure you braid it until the hair runs out. That way you don't have any loose or scraggly ends hanging off of your locks. Now this is how I connect my locks to make them 36 inches. So I take the 18-inch lock and I split the end in 2. And then I just take the loop of the other lock and I loop it through and I braid that together. Make sure you split the lock up high enough and braid down a good amount because you don't want the lock to slip out. You don't need to braid down a lot, but just make sure that it's secure and in place. So I am braiding pretty tight just to make sure that the lock doesn't slip out, and our wrapping hair will cover all of our braiding. Now, once you have the extension on, go ahead and finish wrapping where you left off. These locks are so long, I did have to use my teeth as assistance because I couldn't wrap as tight as I wanted to with the lock hanging down, so I had to hoist it up into my mouth to make sure that I was wrapping properly. Okay, so once you get down to the bottom of your lock, you've finished wrapping. You're going to do the same method that you used up top. So you're going to basically braid the wrapping hair onto the end of the lock, split it in two and braid it down. And then you can palm roll to just make it look seamless, even though you're going to dip them in hot water and it's all going to blend together anyways. Alright, and there is our lock. I'm going to show you guys how it's done a few more times. That way you can just see me doing it without the talking. So once you pick up the method, it is really easy. It just takes time to do, especially depending on how many braids you have braided your hair into. And there we have it. That is how you do 36-inch knotless faux locks. I have been loving this style, you guys. I've actually had it in for about 3 weeks now, and y'all, it is really a head turner. Everywhere I go, people are asking for my number. Okay, not to boost my head up or whatever, but people asking for my number, looking in my direction, doing a double take. So definitely go ahead and get you some 36-inch faux locks if you're trying to really be a showstopper. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning into this tutorial. Of course, drop your questions below, and I hope this tutorial was super easy to follow. Bye, guys.